Hi, welcome to the Way Station in Brooklyn, New York. I am Andy Heidel, the proprietor and author of The Cocktail Guide to the Galaxy, which is a cocktail book full of science fiction and fantasy themed cocktails. Today we are going to be making the Babylon French 75, which is inspired by the TV series Babylon 5, and the classic cocktail first created by Harry's New York bar in Paris, the French 75. One of the things we're doing to change the recipe is the original calls for sugar. To replace the sweetness of the sugar, we'll be using Saint Germain. Okay, so we're now going to make the Babylon French 75. We have our coupe chilling right now with some ice and soda water. This is my mixing glass full of ice. And we're going to start with 2 ounces of Beefeater. I'm using a jigger, which is a measuring device. Now, because ounces don't mean anything outside of the United States of America, in this case 2 ounces will be 1 part. Now for the sweet, a 1/4 part elderflower liqueur. Now, James Bond liked his martinis shaken, not stirred, but we stir this so that there are no ice flakes in the cocktail when we're done. We're also going to add just a splash of lemon, and a splash is, well, it's a splash. So, using your nice bar spoon with a little skull on top, you want to stir that up until it's nice and frosty. Empty out your chilled coupe. You're going to fill this almost up to the top. And the pièce de résistance, a little champagne float. Just add some nice little cold bubbles to the top. The bubbles release the elderflower liqueur and the lemon twist oils. And that is a Babylon French 75. And it's delicious. So the next cocktail we're going to be making is the 1824. I developed this specifically for the Glenlivet Founders Reserve, and we call it the 1824 because that's when the distillery was founded. It also features Barrow's Intense Ginger Liqueur, which is made here in Brooklyn, but you can also use Domaine de Canton, which is a ginger-infused cognac. Works just as well. We have some Antica Vermouth and bitters. So, like before, we're going to start with 1 part of the Founders Reserve. Add that to our glass. And a 1/4 part ginger liqueur. 1/4 part of the vermouth. And some bitters. Just 3 dashes will do it. You can use any type of bitters if you feel adventurous. It will just slightly modify the taste. I found some wonderful burdock root bitters that make this fantastic. Unfortunately, nobody carries it anymore. Now, instead of stirring it, we're going to be using a shaker tin. This is how you get a cocktail cold and fast. And we're going to strain this into a highball full of fresh ice. And garnish that with an orange twist. And that is the 1824. Our next cocktail was invented by your English booster coach, Chloe. She is a big fan of the classic cocktail, the Sidecar, also invented at Harry's New York bar in Paris. And she also loves to play A Streetcar Named Desire by Tennessee Williams. Using both of these as inspiration, she mashed them up and has invented the Sidecar Named Desire. The secret ingredient, or the desire that is being added to this, is Ancho Reyes chili liqueur, which adds a little bit of heat and a little bit of spice. Now we're going to begin with 2 ounces of the Martell Cognac, 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau, or any orange liqueur, and a 1/2 ounce of the Antares. Follow that with a healthy splash of lemon juice. We're gonna give that a stir it up, get it nice and cold, nice and cold, nice and cold. And then you have your chilled coupe. And you have a cocktail ready to go. Just garnish that with an orange peel. And you have a sidecar named Desire.